The brand new Call of Duty Mobile update just dropped, which features a bunch of buffs and nerfs. So today, we're going to be going over the top 5 best guns that you guys can use to get number 1 in COD Mobile. Alright guys, so before we head into our official top 5 list, we're going to go over our 2 honorable mentions and give a quick shout out to Call of Duty Mobile for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to find out some more information on that, make sure you guys click the link at the top of the description. With that being said, our first honorable mention is the HVK. Now the HVK is special because it is one of the few assault rifles in the game that have a 2-tap potential if you manage to hit 2 bullets to the head. Now the only way this is possible is if you equip the large caliber ammo mag, and it was so OP to the point where the large caliber ammo mag was banned in competitive. If you guys don't mind the slow fire rate, I would still recommend you guys to use this weapon because of how fun it is. For our second honorable mention in today's list, we have the BP-50. The BP-50 is yet again another special AR due to the fact that it has one of the fastest fire rates as an assault rifle and one of the fastest time to kills only when it comes down to close range battles. As an assault rifle, I would definitely recommend using this weapon for short to mid range battles, but when it comes down to long range battles, I wouldn't really recommend it. The main reason why is because of the fact that it received a lot of nerfs towards its BSA. The reason why that's important is because BSA controls the amount of bullets that register at longer ranges. And if the BSA is not that great for a weapon, the bullets won't register at further ranges. So if you guys want to have some fun and have a mix of an AR and SMG combined into a one, I would use this right here. Now, for the weapon that's going to be starting off our official top 5 list, we have the Odin. The Odin is yet again another 2-tap weapon that's available for you guys in COD Mobile. Now, the insane thing about this weapon is the fact that it has a little to no damage drop-off whatsoever, no matter if you're shooting someone from short range to mid range or even long range. Not only does it have infinite range and no damage drop-off, but the BSA is absolutely insane, which means every shot is going to register at all ranges, and the recoil is quite easy to control. All you have to do is pull down. The mobility, on the other hand, is quite slow, which does make you a little bit heavy when traveling across the map. I don't really use it as much due to the fact that I am an SMG and aggressive player, but to all those that like holding those headies and like playing long angles, I would definitely recommend using this build right here. Coming in at number 4, we have a weapon that hasn't been on my list in a long time, and it is, of course, the DRH. Now, the DRH is actually one of the most consistent 3-tap ARs out there as of right now. On top of it already being a consistent 3-tap weapon, this weapon got a buff in today's update, which increases the lower arm multiplier from 1.15x to 1.2, and the BSA also got buffed, which means this weapon is going to be just as good at long range than it is close range. The mobility on this weapon seems to be quite faster than most ARs, but the only downside of this is the fact that it has a slow fire rate. Not as slow as the Odin though. This is the build that I would recommend using. You guys need to make sure you guys use the large caliber ammo mag in order to make sure it works as good as it does. Up on number 3, we have the XM4, which at some point was identical to the Type 19. Before the Type 19 got nerfed, the XM4 and the Type 19 shared identical mobility rates, identical fire rates, identical damage rates, and identical accuracy rates. But unfortunately, once the Type 19 did get a mobility buff, the XM4 ended up coming out on top. The XM4, in my opinion, is probably one of the best ARs for any of those players out there that love having a mix of an SMG and AR playstyle. It can have the fire rate and time to kill as an SMG when it comes down to close to mid-range battles, but if you guys need to hold long angles and beam people from far away, this weapon can do that as well. I'm not much of an AR user, but whenever I get this weapon in my hands, I enjoy using it every single time. Coming in at number 2, we have one of the best SMGs in the game, the VMP. The VMP is a weapon that came out 2 seasons ago, and since then it has become the most fastest killing weapon in the game. I don't think we've seen a weapon kill any faster than this when it comes down to close range battles. Even in mid-range battles, for an SMG, it is quite fast. The mobility is absolutely insane and can go over 100. The BSA and accuracy for close to mid-range battles is also insane, but the huge disadvantage with this weapon is the fact that when it comes down to those long-range battles, the recoil and the BSA starts to kick in. For the average player, the recoil does take some skill to learn on how to control, but once you guys get the hang of it, I promise you guys will be in great hands. The only time I really use this weapon is when it comes down to maps such as Summit, Rust, and Nuketown, but aside from that, I steer clear from it. Now, for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the current number 1 gun in COD Mobile and the weapon that has been the longest number 1 weapon in COD Mobile is, of course, the USS-9. Now, the USS-9 is absolutely insane. Just imagine creating a weapon in which it has every single attribute that every single genre of weapon COD Mobile has to offer. If that doesn't make sense, let me dumb it down for you guys. It has the range of an AR, LMG, and sniper, the time to kill and mobility as an SMG, of course, no damage drop-off like a sniper and marksman rifle, infinite range like an AR, and perfect BSA rates like an AR and sniper. It's basically a lot of guns combined into one to make an overpowered weapon. Now, me personally, it is by far my favorite gun to use right now due to the fact that it's been meta and has been meta for a long time, but I'm hoping for a nerf very soon. Anyways, you guys, that is going to be my top 5 guns list for this brand new Call of Duty Mobile season. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about my list, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.